Okay, so hello again. I I've been absent. However, my attention goes in other areas of my life and I prioritize my work over other areas of my life right now, and that takes up a lot of my energy. However, I'm here because I have some energetic resources within me at the moment, and I want to spread that into this video. And this conversation I want to bring up is it's like a reflection, part of my reflections I've had with life and with becoming, with blossoming, with manifesting. I've shared before regarding my friendship wounds, not feeling enough, so many blockages I've had with intimacy, with vulnerability, with aspects of my life that I felt like I could not step into unless I check off some boxes that the narrative in my head was telling me I need to check off. I wanted to share a little bit about my day yesterday. I saw a few connections I've made recently this year, and I had so much fun with just walking with them and speaking to my connections and sharing space with them. I had a good time just from that, just a walk. And I allowed myself to express myself. This form, I allowed it to come out. I allowed my energetic goofiness to come out. And it doesn't always reveal itself unless I feel safe enough to express it, until I'm around people that I feel comfortable revealing myself to. And that part of me has come out usually around my sisters, my family. And it hasn't come out in a long time, and it feels like it was just around my family. And I had this natural I bit my tongue natural it came out naturally, and there was a tiny whisper as I was expressing myself. There was a tiny whisper saying, slow down, let's minimize this, let's tone it down a little bit. However, I did not indulge in that thought. I didn't see how that thought could serve me. It would only just diminish my energetic expression. My sister has this, she's one of the funniest people I know. She's very humorous and she's very comical. And she expresses herself in a way that it makes her unique. Our personalities, we are a unified species, a unified being, unified source. However, we have these unique personalities. And if it wasn't for her unique personality, her spirit wouldn't shine as bright as it does. And I thought of her. I thought of how she expresses herself so freely and how radiant her being is. And in order for my spirit to shine, in order to connect to the divine and to connect to source, I myself have to allow myself to be fully, to allow my spirit to fully to shine, to give permission for my authenticity, to give my permission for my authenticity to blossom and to reveal itself. And there was no shame in the goofiness, in the sometimes I could be loud in my tone, and it's because I can speak passionately at times. And when my spirit it's safe, when my spirit is safe to express itself, it wants to be a little louder. It wants to be a little louder, a little rowdy, a little wild. And that makes me fun. I think that makes me fun. I believe it's very helpful to have connections that can take a connection that allows you to be more wild and more free and more free to express yourself. And then it's also healthy to have a connection that can help you ground and feel stable and secure and emotionally stable, and much more connections. And I want to open this conversation up to connections. Our generation, my generation, I feel as though we've lost some of that opportunity to spark that passion within us. We tend to isolate ourselves a lot, I think, and I believe that if we just allow ourselves to step out of isolation just a little bit, we can bring in opportunities for us to express ourselves. I even went outside today. I wanted just to be outside. I actually was feeling a little bit extroverted today, and I just went outside. I had to walk to the store, and I saw how many people were outside. And yesterday it was my first time. I was very sheltered growing up, which I'll talk about more in due time. And yesterday it was my first time experiencing being around my peers more than since I was since 18, so 6 years ago. That's a long time to not be around my peers. I'll reverse that a little bit. Because the last few years I spent around people, mainly men that were older, and I missed that feeling of being around my peers, and I think that really helped my expression to emerge. There's a level of bonding when you are surrounded by your peers. Being surrounded by your peers automatically entails some sort of relatability to them because of the age. And I was just excited about that experience, so my goofiness emerged from the excitement. And I didn't experience that, like I said, since 18, so 6 years ago. And I'm still processing my experience. I was going to isolate myself yesterday again because this negative core belief was coming to the surface again, and I was witnessing it. And in that moment, I could have chose to repeat the pattern and isolate myself, or just choose a different choice. Choose something else. And that something else was just allowing myself to have the experience of socializing with my peers. If I didn't experience that, I wouldn't been able to spend time with them, my peers, yesterday. I wouldn't have been able to take a walk to the ice cream shop with them. And to think that I was going to say no to that, I would have just, at that moment, we don't know what we're saying no to in some sense. We're just saying no in that moment, but we don't know what we're really going to miss out on. It's not necessarily missing out on the experience, but the feeling of that experience we're missing out on. The feeling of how you would feel. How would I feel in that moment? I would have missed out on the joy, the humor that came out of me, the expression that came out of me. Not necessarily, forget the experience of walking to the ice cream shop, but the feelings of joy, of laughter. I don't want to miss out on that. That's what life is for us to experience all the emotions that come with it. And seeing how I could always just make a different choice. You could always make a different choice. I even got a fellow Haitian sister's number today in the elevator. And the timing of that, I could have easily missed her. I just overheard the Creole, and I was like, oh. And then we got to talk just for a minute, just like a minute, because you're in the elevator. And it's just the timing of that, of me being able to walk up back to the building after my walk and stumbling upon them, waiting for the door to be opened. And I could have missed them by 1 minute. 1 minute. It's a blessing that I was able to get a new connection just like that. And I hope she messages me. It's another pattern I think I see is people not messaging each other when they get their number, when they get the other person's number. And that has happened to me, and I still am like holding on hope that I can hear back from this woman I met on the train before, or in the train station. But she never messaged me, and I think it's there's another pattern I see with my peers is this blockage we have with connection, with opening ourselves up. And I want us to open ourselves up to more connections so that we can express ourselves freely. I miss that feeling. And I was yearning for that. I was like, when am I gonna feel that again? I felt that silliness, that goofiness come out with my family. But there was times I was like, I just want to experience that with friends. I even held myself back in like high school and stuff. And now I'm just, no, I don't want to hold myself back anymore. I'm not truly connecting to spirit if I'm suppressing and holding back my expression in any way. And I think just this conversation want to open this conversation up to allowing ourselves to express ourselves more. I would not have experienced those feelings of joy and laughter yesterday. I would have just stayed home and I was repeating the same patterns of isolation for several years, and with this job I'm working at, it's forcing me to go out and leave the house more. And with that, it's maybe helped me see how much I just want to live life. It's helped me see how much I just want to live. I can't truly live the full spectrum of life if I'm indoors. And that's no life at all. That's just in the four corners of your room, the four walls. You're not breathing in air. You're not feeling the breeze of the wind. You're not feeling the sun kiss your cheeks, your face. I just want to live life. I want to be out, talk to other people, express myself with other people. I believe that's one of my purpose That's one of my many purposes in life, is to express myself. I mean, my North Node is in Leo, so maybe, maybe express myself. So I also want to feels like a blank canvas. We've heard that before. And that's been a thought that's come up for me, is a blank canvas. A blank canvas, we have the paintbrushes in our hand. We have the tools as necessary. So it's up to us to actually paint something on that canvas. I mean, I was isolating myself so long. That canvas was blank, and there was a lot of confusion as to what I would paint. There still is. And I feel as though if I just give myself permission to make that other choice, in a way, I am choosing to pick up that paintbrush. I'm choosing to start somewhere on that canvas. Yesterday, I felt that I was picking up that paintbrush when I decided to leave my apartment, when I decided, instead of isolating, I can interact with some new connections. And in that case, in that way, I am picking up that paintbrush. We are magicians in our lives. We are true magicians. If we take the necessary steps to align ourselves with our desires, we can create magic. Magic to me feels like you are witnessing with your own eyes. You are witnessing a imagination that once occurred in your mind. And yesterday, that felt like I was witnessing a desire just happened right before my eyes. And that's where the excitement came from. I was witnessing, oh my gosh, I'm interacting with my peers. I'm talking to some new potential friends of mine. I'm actually outside hanging out with my peers. Like, I'm hanging out with my peers. Crazy to me. In a way that's, I'm amazed at this magic. I'm amazed at this magic. It's magic. It's magic. It is magic. Just like we have people that blow up on YouTube or TikTok and they see so many views. That is magic. And maybe luck. But when we experience our desire that we work so hard for, people accomplish things that they work so hard for, that is magic. I felt like that was magic. I experienced magic yesterday. And I want to continue experiencing that. I want to experience life. I want to experience what's here for me. I have so many resources here for me. I'm in a big city where I can make connections with people. It's here for me. I thought that camera's off. Okay, the flash was off. Okay, so I encourage all of us to be magicians in our own lives, to maybe question where we can change it up a bit and make a different choice so that we can experience a new kind of reality for ourselves. Isn't that crazy? We can experience a whole new reality. Sometimes it feels discouraging because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm living the same life, or doing the same thing. But this is all temporary. We can at least change a little bit of our lives, or just a little bit. It doesn't have to be the whole 9 yards. Sometimes there's circumstances we can't control, but I think that there's a little room we can make to adjust some aspects of our lives. It's not whatever's currently occurring, it's not permanent. And yesterday I witnessed that for so long I was without friends and very alone and lonely, and yesterday I witnessed that my reality is shifting right before my eyes, and it's possible for it to continue to shift. Oh my goodness, it's powerful. This magic is powerful because it can shift our reality. I'm telling you, my reality was not looking like this for a long time. Oh my gosh, I was alone for a long time. And now I don't have to be. And I want to celebrate that we are magicians. I want us to recognize that and remember that. Cheers. It's tough out here. I want to hold people. I want to be in that. I want to be a safe space for people. I want to be a refuge to people. I want to allow people to just be as they are. I just want to allow people to express themselves and to be free within themselves, and to express themselves is their way of making a new earth. So if you are expressing yourself, those people out there expressing themselves, you are creating a revolution, and I thank you for it. Thank you. Continue to be a revolution. Continue to be you, because you are creating a revolution for all of us. Thank you.